Hey everyone, it's Jen with Vinco. I'm sorry it has been a little while since I've made a video, but I wanted to do a quick one and just tell you what's been going on and actually do some magazine harvest. So, um, I actually haven't been working in my daily journal much. I did do some pages to kind of fill in uh, some missing spots here, and I have notes for all the dates that I planned on keeping in here. So anywhere I have a placeholder, I have notes written about that day. I just have not done the journaling yet. And you guys have seen all of these on previous videos. This is probably one I did not do a video on. And these also. This is funny. Our ferret, Gub, my 15-year-old son has a ferret named Gub, and he got into our chair. He actually got inside of it under the fabric and everything, so that was a fun little thing to deal with. He knows what eggs are because that's kind of his treat, so I just kept asking him if he wanted an egg, and he finally found his way back out. Otherwise, maybe he was just going to live in that chair. I'm not sure. And here down here I have a picture of my foot in the... There's a little hole and my second toe is just poking out of that hole, so I called it Peep Toe Sock. I thought that was pretty funny. So I wrote about it, because that's the kind of thing you want to remember forever. I don't think I showed this either. Did a little Easter spread. It was fun to make little jelly beans and then just use those as different journaling spots. And most of these pictures came out of a magazine. Obviously, lots of magazines will do a spread on whatever holidays coming up, so that was handy. I had lots of different stuff to choose from. And what I do to find magazines is you can go on Amazon, and if you're a Prime member, there's a lot of magazines that'll be $5 for a year subscription, and they're, I don't know, Better Homes and Gardens and kind of stuff like that. Reader's Digest. So those are the magazines. I'll just get a year subscription just to get a magazine and to have some things that I can harvest from. Sociopath. I just put this here. It's about a podcast I was listening to, but I like how creepy that turned out. And then I did these letters. I just actually used marker and wrote them out on a piece of paper and cut them out individually. I heard another journaling YouTuber talk about that. It was either AJ Allison, or it was Never Hopeless Elizabeth, maybe? I'm not sure which one of them, but they said that they don't buy alphabets usually as stickers. They just make whatever they need for their page. So this one was also kind of funny because one of our cats, Kevin, this is the story about how I went into the master bathroom one day just randomly to use the bathroom. And I closed the door and I walked toward the toilet and I felt like someone was watching me, and I looked over and we have a linen closet door and a linen closet in that bathroom, and so then I saw a little eyeball poking out at me from behind the closet door. So Kevin was in there just waiting for someone to come in, and he's a total creeper. So yeah, so then I kicked him out because I was like, you're a weirdo. Couple other days here in April, Tim, my significant other, he quit, and he was in kind of a not the best situation, not what he was looking for that would work best for him. So he found another position and quit, and so that was exciting change. And then here I just started working on a spread about a little trip we took little trip. Like, it's an hour away from where we live, basically. A little more than an hour, but it was like our trip, because we're not going to go anywhere probably substantially far away, since everybody keeps quitting their jobs, and, you know, it's not a good time for us to travel. So anyway, today I just wanted to do some harvesting. This just came with my Reader's Digest. I'm like 80 years old with my Reader's Digest here. And I would just throw this away, but I actually sometimes include like a car picture in a layout, just to say that we drove somewhere, so it doesn't really matter what kind of car. So I'll just get these out. 55, 56, 57. You can tell from the back end, the fins are the most pronounced on the 57, just so you know. Just also, you guys know, I've talked about this before, that I separate into different categories the stuff I cut out from magazines, but also when I don't take the time to do that, I just throw them in this basket here. I just keep this up where it's reachable for me, and then sometimes I'll go through that and organize it. So let's see what else we got here. So when I look at stuff to harvest, it's just obviously things that look nice to me, that I like, that I'm interested in, or sometimes I look for words. This, actually, you always want to look at the other side to make sure you're not cutting up something else that you want more. I'm going to cut out drive because my 15-year-old son is starting that whole process, and it's creeping up. So that's a good one for me to cut out. Sometimes I do have a people box because I like to have a representation of what, it's not in there, of what, of my mood or whatever goes with whatever I'm talking about in my pages sometimes. So I'll cut out people who look surprised or like they're in pain, or the person reading, you know, some goofy ones, some spaced out. I just like to have, these are funny. One of those cheaper magazines I got is called Reminisce, and it's got some really funny older pictures in it. So I like to cut them out of that. I also put body parts, nothing weird, but like anything human, like I put into this box, and then I end up using them quite frequently in my spreads. I'm always just like looking for a way to visually represent things. And also I should tell you, I've been working on some other stuff. I'm actually, here, I'll move this for a minute and just show you. I've been working on a gift for my mother, and she watches this channel, so she's probably gonna see this. So it's a quote book, actually, and it's not only going to be a quote book. I think I've done the quotes on the same side of each page, so there's another page across from it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those yet, but we have all of these inside jokes from movies, and mostly movies and TV shows and stuff, and so I wanted to make something, you know, personal for her that has our inside jokes in it. And so I started out by just making a list of the different movies that we usually quote, and then making a list of all the quotes. And then I started doing like a page for each one. This is from Start the Revolution Without Me. It's a Gene Wilder movie, one of his lesser known, but it's really funny if you haven't seen it. It says, but I thought it was a costume ball. And I'm trying to do some interesting things with letters. This is from Sabrina. Her, when she's in France, the lady says, I tortured her, now she tortures you. It's not a very good French accent. This is from the Birdcage. What the hell are Printables? They're aspirin with the A and the S scraped off because they're, I don't know what he is, housekeeper guy. He tricks, what's his name? Oh my god, I can't remember the actor's name. Anyway, he tricks him by saying he's giving him Purin tablets, and he thinks those are like some I don't know, mood stabilizer or something like that, but they're really just aspirin. This is from Better Off Dead. It's a John Cusack 80s movie. It's really good. I've seen this movie a lot of times. But there's this whole quote about that John Cusack gives to the paperboy about why he can't pay him is $2. It's really funny. It's the best excuse ever. It's just like all over the place. And so when I write these quotes out too, sometimes I like highlight different parts of them using a different color or whatever, different type of lettering. And I'm just putting stuff in here that might go with the quote on the opposite page. These are from Bridget Jones, about her wearing a carpet. Her mother says, "Laid out something lovely on your bed." These are actually quotes from Lorraine, which was a character on Mad TV. So she sounds like she's from the north, from like Minnesota. And so she's always like, "What you got going on there, huh?" It's one of the few accents I can do. This one is from Honeymoon in Vegas. When they're in Hawaii, Mahalea, Wakalea. These are all just quotes that we always joke around about in my family. This whole Paris, France thing is from the beginning of Start the Revolution Without Me. It's just a funny movie. Birdcage. Oh my god, I pierced the toast. Oh god, I pierced the toast. So then I put a knife and it's like sticking up on puffy tape. Bridget Jones again about the blue soup when she tries to cook. And then another Better Off Dead quote. I'm trying to do some drawings on there. So I have more quotes to put in there, and then I went online and printed out pictures to go with some of them that are from those movies, obviously. They're not great quality pictures, but she'll get the idea. And then I decorated the front just with funny stuff. This guy with the phone again. So yeah, so let's get back to harvesting this Reader's Digest. I don't know, sometimes I just look for a nice background or funny words or the people, like I said. It's different. I've noticed, I've watched some other journalers on YouTube talk about what this is pretty cool, thing in a tree. They talk about what they cut out of magazines. It's really interesting to see people's different approaches, what they're looking for when they cut stuff out. That's kind of cute. I do have an animal box. I think maybe I'll just rip this out and I can cut these two out separately. I don't know. I usually find quite a few things from Reader's Digest, and sometimes I'm a hoarder, but I like to go back and look a second time sometimes, so I don't throw out my magazines right away after I harvest. The other thing is, it seems like people are looking for magazines sometimes, like for, I don't know, like if the rec center was maybe doing a crafting thing or a classroom, they might want magazines that already have things cut out, but people could still use them because there's still pictures that no one took out of it. So I don't know, I'm kind of loath to just give away, get rid of all my magazines until I've gone through them a couple times. But if you have a lot coming in, you might not need to do that because you're gonna run out of space. You're just gonna have magazines piled everywhere. This is good because sometimes I like to put a depiction of a headache in there. That's a good one. And migraine, that's a good word to have. Ugh, blood donors, okay. That's a noble thing to do, but difficult if you hate needles. Sometimes I take scenery pictures too, just to use as a background. I actually like that. I'll keep this. Future of tech. Bleh. Will the robot take my job? Good question. Not my job. Yeah, sometimes, I don't know, maybe I'm moody. Sometimes when I look through, I'm like, no. And then later I'm like, oh, I remember there was a picture in a magazine and then I want to go get it. I kind of like these. And I kind of like this person waving over here. I'm just going to rip both of them out and think about what I want to do with those later. I like the color scheme too. Like sometimes I like to just cut off a strip and then I can use that on the side of a page just because it looks nice. Sometimes I look for quotes, but I don't know. I'm kind of interested in these because I like to put stuff on the edge of my page.
Hi, Mom.
Haha, my child just popped in here. He doesn't care about people recording. She didn't know, to be fair. I just like this because it would be good like to put on the edge of a page. And because his mouth is open, you could like have something going into his mouth, which is kind of creepy sounding, but it sounds, you know, interesting to me. I don't know, maybe I want this other person too. I'm gonna try to tear this close to the edge. That works. You know, and this, I never thought of it that way. That actually might be good to keep. I think I will keep that. Okay. Some. All right. Let's see. This is good to have handshake going on here. So, TV show wise, Tim and I just finished watching New Girl with the Zoe Deschanel. That was a pretty funny show. And we had to find something else today to watch while we were eating lunch. And so I had just watched some weird movie with Carrie Russell, where she goes to some resort that does Jane Austen themed like immersion, and it made me kind of want to watch Felicity just because I saw her in it, I guess, and I haven't watched that show since I was a teenager. So Tim's a good sport and he was willing to give Felicity a try. So we watched the first episode and I was like, oh, cringe. It took me back. This is kind of cool with the shadows. What was on the first page? Parenting passed down. I don't know. Could use that on like a page where we go to the park. Ooh, Nightmare on Lake Superior. Didn't read this story. Maybe I want to read this story. Sometimes I really like the drawing type pictures they have in these. Well, that's kind of cool. I like the teapot. I don't know, sometimes I use random stuff. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. Downton Abbey, we watched that quite a while ago. These are kind of cool, actually. We'll cut these out. I don't really fussy cut anything or do anything nicely at this point. I just will deal with it later. Yeah, so I didn't really take a ton from that. I suppose I can put those in my basket and we can move on to the Martha Stewart magazine. I probably will end up taking less out of this because there's a lot of probably florals and stuff in here and food I don't always want. Let's see. Bookshelves are always good. This might be good because I could put that on the edge of a page, but how many more bookshelves should I really put in my journal? Oh, I like this stack of books. That's kind of cool. Take this out. Let's see what else we have. I find myself cutting out a lot of door wreaths for some reason, just because they look nice, but I don't really have a ton of use for them in my... I like this. I've kind of cut these out before, but I might just do it again. Actually, I just want these two. Anyway, so Felicity, it was still good. You know, kind of, Tim's never watched it, as far as I know. Maybe that's his dark secret, that he did watch Felicity. He's just pretending like he didn't. But I'm, you know, dreading the haircut when they did that, because everybody was just flipped out about that, but we'll get through it. Ooh, I like these tiles. Actually, I'm gonna take this little tile. I'm a big fan of these really colorful tiles, even though I probably wouldn't decorate with them, or maybe I would. It really depends. That garden looks pretty cool, but it's too big. Let's see what else we got here. That's a neat print. Pants, licorice. I like the idea of licorice, but it always makes me feel kind of borderline queasy afterwards, so after I eat it, so I stopped eating it. It tastes good, but it's not worth it to feel queasy, I don't think. Eat, drink, and still shrink. Let's see what else we got here. That's kind of funny, but I have so many cat pictures, like I'm a cat lady, but I am not a cat lady. but I always cut them out. Martha Stewart with like a bland smile. I don't know. This food is really pretty, you know, looks pretty nice. I just wouldn't have any use for it, maybe. Although I do sometimes write about what we ate. Sometimes I'm looking for a fork or a knife picture, so those are good to cut out sometimes. You know, if you found too like something that wasn't really super dark, you could cut it out and use it as a journaling background. Although most of these have too many dark spots in them, but like this, you could probably journal over these flowers if you wanted to. Sorry about the sniffling. That's not fun. Oof, cheese Danish. Oh, but it has jam on it. I don't know. Sometimes I cut out furniture too. It kind of depends on how big it is and which way it's facing. Yeah, these probably aren't going to have a lot of stuff that I want to cut out. Some of these foods they put in these magazines just look really rustic. I don't know, that sometimes, I don't know, they don't always appeal to me. This is what we need here. This is what I always talk about for work, like just sitting on your chair while you're working on your computer and having like pedals underneath you so you can get your workout while you're working. Like this looks kind of nice. That would be a nice little strip to put down the side, or even you could cut these apart and use them as little journaling blocks, maybe. All right, Martha Stewart, you didn't do a whole lot for us there. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh, look at that. This is a very busy cover. They put a lot of writing on it that is like, here's your focal point here, but this is a lot. Maybe too much, I would say, if I was designing this magazine. Maybe they went a little too crazy. Well, if you can hear somebody cheering, that is my teenage son. He's in the room next to us, and he's being loud with his friends. I'm going to cut this asparagus out. I really like asparagus. It is tasty, but the whole smell thing that goes with it is kind of, I don't know. Let's see, pistachios. You know, I actually like this color of green. I'm gonna just cut a block of it. That could be a journal block. It's so crazy. If you really spend the time and the brain power, you could just use all kinds of stuff. You can take stuff apart and use it different ways. Like, I like this orange too, so I'm gonna cut out a triangle of it, and that could be another journaling spot. Why not? I just painted my nails today. They're, oh gosh, my hands are dry. Let's put some lotion on. I just got some new water-based nail polish. I don't like getting really picky as I get older, I guess. I don't like having to take nail polish off with nail polish remover. It feels like it really makes my nails feel weak or yucky. So I got these water-based ones where the nail polish will peel off, you know, after a little while, but it's not any faster to me than how quickly your nail polish chips, the non-peeling kind. So I'd rather have the peeling kind, and just, it's, I don't know, less of a hassle, and I can change it up. Here's the different ones I got. I got these. I just ordered them on Amazon, and they're just tiny bottles, but there's a bunch of different colors, and like I said, they will peel off. Like, I've been using regular glitter nail polish lately, and it just won't come all the way off. Even with the nail polish remover, it's hard to get it to come off. I like this old-timey looking cover. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's see what else we got here. I think I've cut her eyes out, or maybe her whole, yeah, I think just her eyes before. What else we've got here? See, this lady I might actually cut out and put with my people, because I like that she's like drinking wine and looks like she is leaning forward, like she might even fall off her chair at some point. It looks pretty funny. Could use that somewhere, even though I don't bother with drinking anymore. See, this doesn't always have a whole lot either. These Good Housekeeping magazines. I'm always drawn to retro looking things. This looks neat. I like this rug with this wall color, but there aren't really big spots of it. I'm probably gonna skip that. Yeah, see, I love when they have these retro type pictures, but this is too big. I don't know. Probably wouldn't use that. Could cut a smaller piece. Maybe I'll cut like this. All these crazy wallpapers people used to use, and all the avocado and awful yellows. Oof. But they're interesting looking. That's a nice backsplash. Ooh, a green couch. If this didn't have so much stuff blocking parts of it, I might cut that green couch out. I kind of like this artwork. I think I will cut that out. I like this pillow too. I guess there's enough of it showing. I could probably use that. I have used pillows on a couple different pages too, because the cat was hiding under a pillow once. What a good story. Gosh, I'm full of good stories. One time, my cat was hiding under a pillow. Anyway. Pledge. I do have a number of these cut out already, like a door. See. I better end this video pretty soon. Maybe I'll do, maybe I will do another video with some additional, harvesting. Pills, ooh, and retro pictures. I'm gonna cut out this. Seems like medication is creeping up to be a more significant portion of my life at this later age. Not really later. It's a little bit later. And I'm gonna cut out this sponge because I sometimes am looking for cleaning images. This is a good one. Ooh, I like this retro looking picture, but I wish these things weren't on it. Oh, these are cool. They've got all kinds of different statistics. That's interesting. I'm gonna cut this out because this kind of reminds me of a setup like that a therapist would use, that kind of chair. And I'm gonna be a therapist. Also, kind of like this. I'm gonna cut like a crazy person here toward myself. That's always a good idea. That looks pretty, I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. Those are interesting. Okay, let's see. Mr. Clean. What else we got here? Some interesting looking foods. Ugh. That doesn't. Ooh. You guys know I love the Coca-Cola. I think maybe I'll take this. It's an interesting angle to look at the Coke bottles. And keep that. Oh, I like this green checkers ranch, from scratch ranch. Tried it a couple times, hasn't worked out yet. For some reason, I kind of like this little salad fork, not salad fork, you know, wooden spork looking thing. Let's see what else. Fondue. Maybe I'll go back at some point, look at some of these smaller. I like to have smaller pictures too, sometimes, to squish into little spots. Car seat. Ugh. That cat does not look thrilled. I've cut this out before, and probably that one too. Toilet paper. Yeah, not a ton from that. Yeah, I think I better end this video for now. And I will do, what I'm planning to do in here is to fling things out, is to just do a couple pages catching up where I'll talk about May, because I didn't capture anything in May, but I'm sure I'll remember some stuff to put in there, and then I'll try and get going regularly on it again. And I guess that's it for now. Just gonna put these in my basket and organize them later. Why do today what you can put off until tomorrow? I'm just kidding. That's a terrible way to do things. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me, and I will have another video of journaling out for you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.